Hello everyone, welcome back to the Dice Cast. Today, we're getting into Thray's backstory.
It is time
Now,
for the special V cinema. I keep making
it's
that joke.
this is Thray's 3V Cinema.
It's my episode, fuckers. I get to riff whenever.
This is where you get an upgrade that never comes back.
Ah, dang it.
Dang. Where we last left off, Thray, you had fallen asleep at the camp that you and the rest of the party had made after fleeing Shimmer Deep.
And then Prelude from Final Fantasy starts playing.
Yes, the Prelude from Final Fantasy starts playing. Because you had not expected to run. Well, going into the Glimmerized district, you figured you would run into some cultists eventually.
I mean, hey, there's like a cultist per rich person per minute, per mile, per feet over there.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
And while you were in there, and now you're going to sleep, your thoughts go and stray to what you were doing when you were beginning in that cult and how it led to things and what happened.
The good old days.
So,
to some people it may be good old days. I don't know.
To some. Just to some.
There is like
so
neutral
for
days.
The audience, the neutral days. For the audience, let's give them a rundown of how you came into to join the cult.
What's happening?
We're giving them a rundown of how you joined the cult.
Okay, so as a young child, at the tender age of 5, I don't know if Dragon Ages reach maturity by 5.
Are you're doing this in the Thray voice? Is he monologuing this aloud?
Is this the Stray voice?
You were doing the Thray voice for a brief moment.
A minute, but basically, as a child, Thray was taken in after his parents died in a horrible house fire by Xena Arberton, the Drow.
Oh, she set the fire. I didn't know that.
She set the fire? I didn't know that either.
You just said by Xena.
No, she was taken in by Xena. He
was. Oh.
The fire, non-consequential. But basically,
okay.
After that, as what most cultists do, they would inundate children into the cult because, young minds, impressionable.
And you showed, what's Thray's favorite instrument?
That would be the harmonica.
So, you probably you either had a harmonica with you or she bought you one as a gift.
He had it with him
and
as a memento.
As you played it, she noticed that you had a talent for magic. And a specific kind of magic, really. And from there, she began... How would you say Thray joined the College of Glamour? Did she give you books or did she give you tutors?
I feel tutors would be more appropriate as she is rich and also slightly distant.
Yeah, she was a motherly figure, but she would only ever interact with you very formally.
Very professional relationship.
Yes. And eventually you would learn from your tutors that they would come up to the Glimmerized district. And they came from all over. The College of Glamour is a very not well accepted college because of what it does to its audience.
It is a dual-edged sword.
And eventually you learned how to help mind control people. But your cultist friends would use that to indoctrinate other people into joining if they didn't want to join voluntarily.
Listen, Thray was just happy to help at this point, honestly. He was part of a cause. He was, he had something to put himself into. Didn't know it was necessarily bad.
He didn't know. He didn't know.
He's just like, I'm tying my bootstraps on. I'm getting into it.
That's right. How many times would you say you've actually come face to face with Acideus?
I don't want to say double digits, but I'd say 5 or 6.
5 or 6 times?
Yeah, 5 or 6.
And you've noticed you probably like as you got older you noticed you were the only dragonborn in this cult.
Yeah, it is a bit odd. I mean, like, is the population of Shimmerdeep kind of starving of Dragonborn? I don't know.
I don't know, it's like they all died or something.
Ooh, ooh, okay.
I don't know. I'm doing story implications here.
Yeah, it's an implication, all right. Fucking right.
And you just mistook it as like just a weird thing. Like
Yeah,
most
weird.
of the occupants of the Glimmerized district are under earth dwelling races like drows or dwarven.
Mm-hmm. Those people.
Those those earth people.
The them chewing the rocks, eating all our
Well they
nutrient-rich soil.
well these don't because they rose above that. That was the
Now
idea
they
of the
eat
Glimmerized
air.
district. They eat air. They're eating all our air, Cooper.
We've got to stop him.
And every time you come face to face with Acideus, it's him. He does not meet you in his dragon form. He meets you in like one of his shapeshifted forms.
Mm-hmm. How hot is he?
What would you What would you say some of his shapeshift forms would be?
You're just asking me to play to my fucking strengths here.
Yes, make your daddy Dilf dragon
I.
OC.
Oh! Ah!
Make him
You
make
just
him
actually
Cooper.
said that.
You've implied it many a time.
But like, faced with the reality of it. Oh god, that's like a sucker punch. Ah!
I imagine since he's a black dragon,
Black
I imagine
Dragonborn.
a black dragonborn.
Yeah.
You would say
Come on, like
black.
he doesn't like the fleshy form.
He doesn't like fleshy
He's
people.
also
He's a scaly boy.
yeah, yeah. Just
Yeah, he would take the form of a black dragonborn, a very noble, regal looking one.
very powerful looking.
And every time you would meet him, he would give you compliments for what you've done for his following. And he would bestow upon you and Xena like positions of power and some gifts. Like maybe
Positions of power, you say.
yes, like in
Position.
the cult, Xena like in modern day, Xena is leading the cult,
Mm-hmm.
but before you left, you were roughly like second or third most powerful in the cult in terms
I
of
was pretty
ranking.
good at the culty dealings, Fey
Yes.
magic and all that stuff.
Until eventually, one day you were finally tasked with something else apart from just indoctrinating people
Hmm.
and worshiping Asmodeus.
Ooh, new stuff going on here.
Yeah, one of the people you indoctrinated, they brought you into like they have like a chamber, a ritual chamber,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the people they indoctrinated was laying on a table, which you've seen them lay on tables before, and you're like, you will walk them over
Yeah,
there.
and I like smack him in the face, like, "Hey, buddy, break time's over."
Do you?
A little bit, just like jokey jokes. Come on, Ray likes to keep it light.
Is- the person doesn't respond since they're still like unconscious, and one of your you know you what was the name of that cultist that you said when we were back on the streets? Like, is that who it is?
I'm sorry,
The
what?
voice remember when we first met the cultist on the
Oh,
street level?
yeah, I
Who
do
was the name of
not
the character?
remember the person's name I said.
Let's call him Steve the cultist.
Steve the cultist. All right.
Steve the cultist, who was so dedicated to this cult, he changed his last name to
The
the cultist.
cultist. Well, you know what
He
to
goes,
say.
he goes, Thray, don't wake him up. We need him to be asleep for this, or else he'll fight.
What do we need to get like a what do we need to get like a warm glass of water or some whipped cream or whatever? Is that what we're pulling
No,
here?
no, no, darling. This is your first time, but I'll give you some pointers.
You know,
What you're going to want to do
I
is just
appreciate the sentiment,
make a.
but like you're not my type of person. So,
He goes, no, no, Thray, we're not doing that. But
uh,
what you're going to want to do is he hands you a dagger. He
mm-hmm.
goes, what you're going to want to do is make a clean cut across the throat.
Sorry, could you
Don't
repeat that again?
A clean cut across the throat, and just make sure the blood falls into this goblet here. We don't want it spilling anywhere.
Okay. So, you want me to use this knife to make a clean cut on this man? Is that right?
Yes,
Could you ask?
that's right.
Uh,
Have you never sacrificed anyone before?
I mean, no.
I mean, it's real simple. It's like working in a butcher shop. Have you ever worked in a butcher shop?
No. No, not really. Working in a butcher
So
shop.
just
I mean, I've worked with meat before. But,
he does finger guns at you.
yeah, and I shoot him.
Wait, what? You don't have your gun.
I know. It
You
time
don't have
travels.
your.
It time travels back to me like fucking Kabuto.
Can bards learn a time travel spell?
No, I mean, time. No, no, no. It's too high level to do the spell stealing thing.
Yeah, but
But I don't shoot him. That's kayfabe.
you don't shoot him. You don't have Songweaver yet.
No, 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 no.
So what do you do?
I mean, couldn't we get someone else to do this? I'm kind of high up. I don't necessarily need to do this. It's like asking your boss to work the fryers. Like,
Oh, that's the thing. That's the thing, Thray.
mhm.
Day has personally asked you to do this. He wants you to do this.
Danny, now. Okay.
He wants to test your devotion.
I mean, you could ask in 100 different other ways. I'd be sort of down for those, but ah,
If you want, I'll step out the room if you need me to.
oh,
I'll give you some time.
okay, yeah. Just leave a magazine in a cup, and I'll be finished.
Sure, no, sure. Enough with the innuendos. Enough with the innuendos. I'll step outside.
Hey, it
And
isn't
he
a cult
walks
if
out
it
the
isn't
room.
having. There's no fun in cult. There's no F in here.
He leaves before you even try to finish making that
Yeah.
joke.
Okay. Stabby the man put the blood in the cup.
I imagine you like spending 20 minutes just like walking up to him, holding the dagger, like, do I want to do it this angle? Then you back up a little bit.
Yeah, it's like and it's like no, no, the entry point's not right. It's like he's just kind of twiddling the dagger in his fingers like while he's doing it. So he's like man, they really put me in a binder in this. They really put me in a binder in this one. Uh, I don't think Threy could do it, honestly.
Yeah,
Like, sure, he's murdered people in cold blood in the future, but like they all self-defense and a bit of
they all
personality change in the future.
they all fought back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and also
After meeting
three
Ripley, you
reason they
changed.
deserved
Yeah.
it, every one of them.
True.
Hmm.
So what do you want to do with this unconscious man?
I'm going to get a cup of warm water. No, no. Can I wake him up? Quiz.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just waiting for you to reply.
Can I wake him up?
Oh, you want to wake him up?
Mhm.
Okay. You slap his face a little and shake him a bit, and eventually he stirs too.
Mhm. Hey, wake the fuck up. No time to be sleeping on the job.
Uh, I just had the weirdest dream. I got kidnapped by like a dragonborn that looked kind of like you.
Did you know?
Yeah, where am I?
Well, that's
I was on my way back to my wife and child at home. I was coming from work.
well, this is the dementia setting in, so you don't need to worry about anything just right now.
I work at the orphanage. It's a good
Oh,
job.
oh, fuck you, quiz.
Am I still dreaming?
Yeah, yeah. Just go back to sleep.
Okay. I,
Uh,
he lays back down, and he like twiddles his thumbs a bit and goes, "Oh, it will take me a little bit. I've never dreamt. I've never tried to fall asleep in a dream, so give me a little bit."
okay. Yeah, just take your time. No rush here. For you, at least. Is there anything in this, like, what? You gotta give me, like, what's the room here?
Okay. Imagine a like it's a roughly like 20 foot by 20 foot room.
Mm-hmm.
It's dark. It's only lit by torches.
Mm-hmm.
There is the raised stone slab in the center where the sacrifice is laying down.
Mm-hmm.
Across the wall is some pots and some like various cabinets where you store supplies.
Mm-hmm.
That's where Steve got the knife and the cup from.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is a window that like looks out across Shimmer Deep, and then there's a door that Steve left.
Okay. Well, huh. I don't know major of my spells yet, technically. Hmm. So he wants me to put blood in a cup, right?
Yes.
How tall, how big is the cup?
The cup is roughly like a goblet.
Okay. How much? Ah. The thing is, I mean, like, he'd kind of do it.
This is before he's met Ripley and like he had a change of heart, but
At the same time, it's like, okay, what I'm reasoning here is like, Thray, he's like cloak and dagger cultist. He's all for this stuff. I mean, this is the first time he's like killed, so it's a bit weirder for him.
yeah.
But I wouldn't reason out that he would not be down to kill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
he's like if big enough into this cult, he'd probably do it. No, but the thing is, I already said in the future I didn't kill that guy, or I didn't want to
Yeah,
kill that guy.
we did. Yeah, we did.
All right, all right. Can I call Steve back in?
Oh, sure. You call Steve back in, and Steve goes, "Yes," and he walks back in.
Steve, baby.
What's up, Thray?
Am I doing the Thray voice? I've been kind of just doing myself, I think.
It's up to you. It's cool.
That's okay. But how many? Listen. Do I have spells?
Oh yeah, you have spells. You can do your magic.
Ha. All right then. Um,
You cast Shatter.
on his skull. No. Oh. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna cast Charm Person on Steve.
Okay.
Mhm.
What does he have to do? Make a Wisdom saving throw?
Oh, I don't even have my spell shit up, man.
Let me check.
No, let me fucking yeah, please. Like,
Yeah, they must make a Wisdom saving
all
throw.
right, well, like the DC to beat is well, it has to be my old DC, not the new one since I've leveled up.
He rolled an 11,
Oh,
so
this is not does not golf.
right. What do you charm him to do?
Steve, I'm gonna need you to fill this cup with your blood.
Oh, sure, darling. Just one moment. And he takes the cup. Can I borrow your dagger for a
Oh,
moment?
sure, sure.
He's, I'll be right back. And he leaves the room.
I follow him.
And like a minute later, he walks back in.
Okay.
He's like, here you go, Thray.
Also,
Don't
forget
ask
this
where
ever
I got the
happened.
blood.
Forget this ever happened.
Oh, forget?
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
And so I've just got a cup of blood now.
Yep. And what
Steve,
do you want to do with the
Steve, Steve,
sacrifice?
you can leave now.
Oh, sure. Where do you want me to go?
Um, honestly, just take a vacation. Honestly, just take a
Ooh, a
vacation. Yeah,
vacation. I
just
haven't had one in
you
years.
could head off to I don't know Publix, something like that. You know, just have fun.
Publix isn't exactly a fantasy vacation spot. Fantasy Publix.
Eh, well,
Eh,
I don't know how high class you are, so yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what I
I
defaulted
live
to.
in the Glimmerized district, but whatever you say. And he leaves. Okay, I got to go pack my bags.
Okay, you go do that. Um, you said there's a cabinet here, right? Oh no, the dogs. They're on to
Hello,
me.
dog. They're on to
They're
you.
on to me. I'm just
Yes, there's a cabinet.
so I take the unconscious man and I put him in the cabinet.
You just shove his body in
I'm
there?
hitmanning it, yeah.
Okay. You pick him up, and after a few moments of like pushing his limbs in,
Mm-hmm.
you manage to close the cabinet
And I
door.
lock it.
You you lock
Yes.
it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you solved it. You did
Mm.
it. You locked him in a cabinet.
I've solved this puzzle.
You solved my kidnapped man puzzle.
Mm-hmm. So now I've just got the goblet of blood here with me.
You have your goblet and the dragon tooth dagger.
Oh. Well, I'd pocket that. Keep that in my back pocket. So I guess I just leave the room.
You leave the room, and a few days pass after this incident.
Oh no.
Well, it's not really an incident. Like, people are wondering what happened to the sacrifice,
Uh-huh.
what happened to Steve because he just went up and left. But then, eventually, you're brought before Acideus.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
You're brought before Acideus a few days later.
Ooh, how does he look?
He looks pretty hot.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks pretty, like, a little miffed, but a bit curious, like he's tapping his claws against his seat.
Ooh. What's up?
The rest of the cult is gathered here.
Hey guys.
And Acideus goes, Thray, how are you?
End up doing pretty good. I had a bit of a fever last few days, but you know, it's nothing to worry about. How have you been?
Well, I didn't get my blood the other
I
day.
got blood in that cup.
Yes, but it tasted like Steve.
Listen, you got to take that up with Steve. Like he left town, so like that incriminates him immediately. I think what you have on your hands
Okay.
is a traitor, and it's Steve.
Make a deception check.
Oh, I'm good at those. Wait, am I? Deception? Oh yeah, plus 11. Fuck yeah.
Oh God.
Well, I could just roll a d20, and I have a d20 with me right here. So,
Okay, go for it if you want.
all right, it's gonna be on like paper, not paper, but it's not gonna be on a hard surface. So, saved your ears, listeners. Oh, this number scratched up, but it's 12 plus 11. That's 23.
Okay. Acideus goes, Yes, well, the thing is,
Thing is,
I do believe you, Thray.
as he should.
The problem is, the original sacrifice disappeared, and you were the last person to see him, would you know anything?
I mean, Steve could have taken him.
True. And he starts tapping his claws again, and you can tell he's getting a little more and more uh, upset about something. Like like whenever Asadeus gets upset, like someone like he's randomly killed at least one person in your cult a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Like if like something bothers him, he's killed like one member already. But
Mm-hmm.
just as he's about to do something, a door in the chamber bursts open,
Please don't want to be
and
Steve.
you see a red bird standing there.
Okay, what's this? Is this a party? What's going on?
And from there, a fight breaks out.
Oh,
You
this is a party.
you you see it's a party. You see this bird woman just break her way in and just fight all these cultists who like this is a very secretive meeting. Like this is in the dead of night.
Mm-hmm.
Only you all know about it.
Mm-hmm.
And
This is
somehow she got
this
here.
is pretty fucking weird for Thray because it's like, what am I doing? What am I supposed to be doing here? Because everybody else has got like a fighting thing going on, but Thray's like, is like, am I still being questioned? Like, hello?
Eventually, wait. I would assume like you were pulled into this meeting very impromptu. You didn't have time to get your robe on.
Am I naked?
No, you have your regular clothes on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd assume so.
So that's why this intruder is ignoring you.
Oh, goody for me.
And eventually she faces Acideus.
Ooh.
And there's a brief scuffle, like she manages to like get a hit in that pulls off a scale,
Ooh.
but then Acideus growls and begins to shapeshift into his true form.
And Thray is just, loving it.
But seeing this problem, the bird woman grabs you and pulls you out of the room.
Ah! Hey! What's going on? Are you with Steve?
And and you don't get an answer. You don't. Eventually, this is how you came to leave the cult
Uh-huh, yeah.
and
Very
how you met Ripley.
abrupt.
Very abrupt. It wasn't until later Ripley discovered that you were part of the cult.
Say, I mean, like, awkward, but, yeah. I mean, like, it did seem like they were gonna fucking smite me. So, maybe it
Yeah.
was best to get out now.
Yeah, it was best. And from there, you were introduced to society outside of the Glimmerized district.
You mean everybody doesn't wear black robes all the time?
What's a bard?
What's a
What's a bard?
bard? Oh man, I'm really good at this harmonica.
And from there, what did you do your first year after you left? Because you and Apple said it's been like, what, a year since you broke up the cult?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we did not break up that fucking cult from what you described. More like fucking dine and dashed on them.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I'd say because like three did not have a lot of cash on him. He has like a dagger, his harmonica, his clothes. So I feel like he would try and get a job in the best way he knows how, as an entertainer at all the local taverns and inns.
Yeah. Eventually, you got a tavern that decided to keep you.
Mm-hmm. As they should, because
What
I'm the
what
best.
was the name of that tavern?
It is the. I had a name.
We said it in like episode 1.
Oh no, that's too far.
That's too far back.
Let me go back and grab the
The
episode. No,
the golden
the
something.
golden.
the Golden
Dragon.
Dragon. The Gold Dragon
I
Tavern.
really hope that's what it was. But, they could have changed names, brand recognition and stuff
Yeah.
like that, so it's technically fine.
And there, you managed to earn a bit of gold, and
A
you would
bit.
accompany
You don't know Thray
a
and his a
bit.
bit.
Okay, make a performance check right now to determine the amount
Ooh,
of gold.
yeah.
The amount of gold you've earned over the
Here's that
year.
plus 11 to a performance. Oh no, it rolled. Oh no. All right, that is a what is this? It's a 17. So that's a 20. That's a
17.
28.
You got enough gold to make a pretty modest living.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And you would, for some reason, you felt indebted to this bird woman who saved you.
I mean, yeah,
And you
they
would
they
accompany,
saved me from probable death.
yeah, and you would accompany her on some of her bounty hunting missions.
Yeah, it's a good way to get to know someone. So like, you're hunting down criminals and stuff like that. You know,
You had nothing better else to do than just play at the tavern, so you like might as well do
might as
this.
well. I feel like I owe them, so like, might as well help them out on their job.
Yep. And just from there, that's how we came to within that's how we came to in modern day.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Now
Mm-hmm.
like for every other minisode, I've given everyone at least something. And like for you, when you pull out when you next time you use the dagger,
Mm-hmm.
if you use it, you realize that there are some runes inscribed into this tooth
Mm-hmm.
that was taken from Acides himself, like maybe the cult like was using it for like other than just ritualistic
Mm-hmm.
sacrifice. It already deals an additional 1d4 acid damage, correct?
Yeah, it's 1d4 plus 1d6 plus 4. That's what I have written down.
Okay. So it was 1d6 acid damage, yes it was. So if you manage to kill someone with this dagger,
Mm-hmm.
the next attack you do deals an additional 2d6 acid damage,
Oh,
and so on and so forth up to a maximum of 5d6 acid damage if you keep the kill streak going.
damn.
And once it's been used, you can't use that feature again for another 24 hours.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yep. And there we go. That is Thray's backstory. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time on The Die Is Cast.